Welcome to the No Clue Podcast. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Tyler.
I'm Mike.
And we're back. A lot has happened. NFL playoffs are finally here. Let's just jump right into the NFL. Which game do you want to talk about first, though?
We could go in order. We could go, what was it, Rams, Panthers.
Yeah, Rams, Panthers. Panthers really impressed me in this. I mean, obviously they had a solid season to get to this game, but they actually looked really, really good. They should feel really good going into next season.
Yeah, I caught a lot of their games for better or worse. You know what it was? It's because I was paying attention to Tampa Bay, and they were going toe-to-toe with Tampa Bay all season.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it was kind of Tampa Bay, and then they came back. But they were just really, really physical all year.
Yeah.
Like Bryce was kind of up and down. Their games are up and down, but like they would run the ball really well. In a lot of the wins, they'd defend really well. They'd make big plays. I mean, they beat the Rams maybe like a month ago. So this was a good game, man. I'm excited to see what they do next year.
Yeah, their effort, their physicality definitely kept them in a lot of games and won them some games because really their offense is like basic. I mean, Bryce can have a really low yardage game. The running backs could have low games, but they still manage to pull out these big wins. The Rams just have so much talent on offense.
They're stacked.
Yeah.
They're so stacked. It's hard to see them not putting up like 28 plus.
Yeah.
But it's a weird year for the Panthers. They couldn't really evaluate Bryce well. Like maybe they overreact and commit to him. Maybe they don't. I feel like it's like a toss-up as far as what the correct decision is from this year. Like I really don't. Again, he played well in some games. He was disgusting in others.
Yeah, he didn't play well enough that like to justify committing to him to me.
Believing in him.
Yeah, if there's a viable upgrade available, I would go for it because I think the team is like really, really close to being really good.
Yeah.
But there really isn't that many viable upgrades at the moment. Unless someone really gets unhappy. Okay, anything else on that game? Quick.
No, from that game, no.
Anyway. Let's go to Bills Jags.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to Bills Jags. You want to start?
Which team do you want to start with this one?
We can start with the winners. The Bills.
Bills, this was probably the most impressive win of Allen's career, I would say.
Really? Of his career?
I mean,
name me
like a bigger. I mean, he's had like big wins against the Chiefs in the middle of the season. But like all his playoff wins, they were talking about it going into the game. All his playoff wins are at home.
Yeah.
He's only ever won in this round. And I thought the Jags were coming into this game scorching hot.
Well, when you asked me pre-game, I said this is Allen's round. This is when he's good. This round is when he cooks.
But that's the thing. He won it just being disciplined.
Yeah, he did.
That's the really impressive thing to me. And they've kind of, they're a little bit better of a team this year than they've been in the past. And that's kind of interesting as they go into the later rounds. But I was really impressed with Allen not taking like gambles, not taking bad risks. He was poised under pressure a lot of the time. I mean, the bomb at the end was just like, that was like one of his best throws.
It was. Yeah.
So I was impressed, man. I'm excited. I think they're dangerous.
Oh yeah. For me, I mean, it was really impressive that he found 7 different receivers, 9 different receivers or something in this game. That was really, really impressive. And I mean, he's already led the league in like the amount of receivers that get catches per game. They looked good. And the thing is, they didn't beat themselves, which is saying a lot for the Bills of the past, especially Josh.
Yeah.
But to me, like, it's more on the Jags for me than it is on the Bills.
You think so? I mean, that final pick was bad.
Both the interceptions were really bad.
Really bad.
And they're both I'm going to beat myself kind of plays.
Yeah, and what hurt, it's like watching Allen be completely poised, completely under control. Yeah. And Trevor, like, immediately in that last drive, rush throw.
Yeah.
Like, in the first throw, he rushes it. He guys in traffic. I mean, it was a good defensive play, but, like, you're on, like, first or second down. There's no need to take that risk.
He didn't look like someone who's been in big games, and he has, even in college.
Prior to the NFL, he's done nothing but win.
Yeah.
So that was kind of disappointing. But this was like, I mean, the Jags are stacked.
Yeah, they are.
They're stacked. Their coach is solid. I like the plays they call. I think their defense is pretty stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, their next season, Trevor Lawrence has heavy expectations.
Yeah, he does.
Kind of a make or break it year. I thought it was going to be this season, but like he ascended in a good way throughout the season.
Mm-hmm.
And this game wasn't like, he wasn't horrible. It was just 2 isolated mistakes that were bad.
Yeah, and they overall looked a little bit they got a little stagnant in this game at times. It was almost like they were playing up to however the Bills were playing. Like, if the Bills didn't have a good drive, the Jags had a bad drive too.
It was
the Bills had a good drive.
The
Jags had a good
all
drive.
The initiative.
Mm-hmm, they did.
Like, they just set the tone for everything that happened, and that's where the Jags were dominating the last 2 months, doing that, setting the tone, like putting it on teams right away. And this was like a back and forth game. You know, I would have given Josh Allen the advantage every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. You got any more to say on the Jags?
On the Jags, no. Let me ask you about the Bills. Did their coach get any credibility from this game?
No, not to me.
Okay. That's
not this game.
I think another quality performance like this.
Yeah.
And then I think McDermott could be safe.
Yeah, next game, if they do anything similar to what they did here against the Broncos, then I'll be impressed.
Are they playing the Broncos?
Yeah.
Oof. Bro, another team, like a very similar situation.
Yeah.
Their quarterback doesn't have experience in big NFL games. You know, their team played great throughout the season, but it was always kind of like questionable.
He's been the Eli of this year, the comeback king of this year.
Season. So I mean, we'll see if they put a lot of pressure on Allen, maybe.
Yeah.
But like, especially from what we just saw, the Bills are the favorites going into that game.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, to me they are. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to 49ers and Eagles. On paper, this was the best matchup of this round. On paper. Were you surprised by this at all?
This might have been the least surprising overall outcome from the weekend.
Really? Based off this season?
I got to see the Eagles a lot.
Yeah.
And they never had 2 good halves.
Yeah.
And this was more of this. I mean, I didn't think they had one good half in this game, but they were like solid for a half, and then bad the second half.
Yeah.
But this was like, you know, you lose, even if you're blown out, whatever. Did anybody have a worse weekend than AJ Brown?
No.
Bro,
At all.
bro, that was such a bad look. And it was like, you know, I'm like frustrated because I'm rooting for the Eagles.
Yeah.
But the game, like they're playing in a manner where I'm just like face palming. Like the Niners are going to be miserable if they lose this game.
Yeah.
Because again, similar to like the previous game, they're taking all the initiative. They got all the creativity. I mean, was there ever a play that the Eagles called where you were like, "Whoa, that was cool. Like that was fun."
No, they seem so disjointed as a team.
Yeah, and it's like you see how stacked they are, even when they're disjointed.
Yeah.
Because they can still make plays, they can still go toe to toe with the best teams. Their defense is just good. Like they've been drafting great players. They got all these playmakers in coverage. They get to the quarterback. I thought they did a pretty good job of making Purdy kind of rush and make mistakes.
Yeah.
But man, with the drops, with the boring ass calls, like Jalen Hurts can't run anymore.
Guess not.
So many times he did kind of the Lamar thing where he's like hesitating to find somebody. I'm like, Jalen, let's just go. And I don't know, man. It was just a frustrating game to watch, wanting the Eagles to win. And they, at no point in the second half, did they show me anything that deserved the win.
I think chemistry-wise, in all of sports, a wide receiver, any wide receiver questioning their quarterback is like the most deadly thing to the team. It's like an instant, like someone has to go at the end of the season, like immediately. Like you could have the two players on the basketball court not like each other that much. You know, you could have that for years and it still work out. But if you have a quarterback and wide receiver issue, it is atrocious because everything he said probably gets to Jalen's head. Jalen ran a little bit too quick when AJ might have taken a little longer to get open than he wanted. AJ told him about that. Now Jalen is waiting a lot longer than he ever did. It's just that simple. I'm not saying that's what happened, but those are the things that could happen from that that blow to the chemistry. And they just didn't look like a team. It looked like a pickup game of guys who just wanted to play football.
Yeah, man. When the Niners called that the receiver to McCaffrey touchdown,
yeah,
like, bro, the Eagles haven't called a play that cool in years.
No.
And I'm like, dude, your coordinator, get him the fuck out.
But that takes chemistry. That takes some level of cerebral, play.
This is a core that's been together.
Yeah.
So they're regressing chemistry-wise. It's not like they just got together, didn't work out, like we'll see. Now it's like HA has gotten worse every year. Barkley has declined significantly, it seems like. He'll be fine, but you got all this talent and you've not been able to put it together. Right. You're still supposed to be a run-first physical team. You've kind of forgotten about that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the weird thing for them going in the offseason. They shouldn't have to figure out who they are.
Right.
That's where their coach looks bad.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the weird thing to me. Also, like, your receivers blowing up, you blow up right back.
Right.
Like, what example does that set?
And they strangely looked kind of old in this game, which, they're not old, but they looked old. I can't really explain. Like, none of the plays were explosive. None of the catches, really, other than Devontae, none of them really had, like, anything crazy yard after catch. It was just kind of like, a boring kind of game from them.
And the Niners were hurt all year. They lost their star guy for like maybe the rest of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't miss a beat.
No, they didn't. They looked good.
Their fullback was making like receiver catches.
Yeah.
So it's just, if you can't find kind of the chemistry after being together this long, that's just like, we have to change things.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you can have it.
They got to switch it up.
You can have it and lose it. It's easier to lose it than it is to get it, unfortunately.
I just feel when you lose it after having it,
yeah, it's rough.
Getting it back, is it on the table at that point?
Nah.
With the receiver quarterback chemistry, no.
Right. Okay. Moving on. Let's go to Packers and Bears.
That was the game of the weekend right there.
Huh?
That was the game of the weekend.
Yeah, it was. This was the game I was probably looking forward to the most, too. Both these teams genuinely looked like they could have won this game. Like some of the other teams, the other games we talked about, like some teams, they stayed in the game, but they never really looked like they could win. Like the Eagles, even in their game, it was close, but I never was confident in them. And really, just depended on who had the ball in this game, like who you thought was gonna win. And both quarterbacks played great. Both defenses looked good. It was just this was like two really, really good teams. This was like a Super Bowl level game to me.
But the Bears
started off slow.
Like they solidified themselves coming off of like a year where they had all these comebacks, and it was like Caleb didn't play well a lot, and then it was like other aspects of the team didn't play well. You're playing the Packers, who it was really close games the two times, and the Packers haven't been at full health.
Mm-hmm.
And they jump out to a lead, and Caleb is like losing his composure. Ben Johnson is like calling shit to either get back in the game or just like lose it immediately.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? But bro, this was a game. Like, I don't know how, if you had doubts about Caleb Williams, which I did, I don't know how you watch this game and still don't believe that he's going to be great.
Yeah.
Like that fourth quarter, it like every difficult throw was the one he made.
Yeah. They even when they were down and they were losing composure, it was like weird. It was like plays where like, I kind of saw where that was going. You just didn't finish that. And that's why that's why I always was still confident in them being able to come back. I wasn't confident they get 25 points in the fourth. I'm not going to even pull a LeBron there. Like, I knew they were going to come back.
I didn't think the dude would. If the dude doesn't miss the kicks, they still lose.
Yeah, exactly. But a lot of the throws were just like, like if they did that play two more times, they'd nail it the next two times. Mm-hmm. Like just this one time, they just didn't get it right. And that was the case for a lot of it. And a lot of times that could be more frustrating than actually playing bad. Like knowing you're not playing bad and it's just not going in, it's just not working, can be more frustrating. You kind of saw that in them all the way until the fourth. And it was just like, all right, we got this.
That's what kept me in the game, to be honest with you, because I was like, I think I told you this, like the Bears are missing so many chances. There's just no way they keep getting more.
Yeah.
But there was this feeling of like Caleb's frustration. The entire game was like we almost got this.
Yeah.
And guys never, regardless of like he was yelling at receivers, it looked like at one point, coaches at one point. Dudes I don't even know that are just like, third stringers maybe.
Yeah.
And nobody's shutting down. Nobody's like walking away. It's not a confrontation where it's like guys are trying to fight him. It's like a real frustration to play better.
Yeah.
And that, to me, again, it's like a immediate chemistry builder to win a playoff game against a division rival like that. I mean, and then the cherry on top, the run by handshake after beefing all season.
Yep.
Was like, I love it, dude. It was like the perfect rivalry. We're so back for these two teams.
And to your point, if you had doubts in Caleb, you might have had doubts in his leadership more so than his actual skill, because we've all seen the skill. I mean, he cooked in college the whole time. We've all seen him have the skill, but his leadership and his ability to be the man on the team, that might have been in question, and you definitely shouldn't have any more questions after this.
Bro, you remember the some of the shit people were criticizing? Like, in hindsight, some of the reasons people were thinking he would be bad were so dumb.
Yeah, they were.
But like he passed the talent eye test from any time you saw him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. All right. The next these two games should be pretty quick.
Yeah.
Chargers, Patriots. Defend Herbert.
Challenge impossible. Let's stick to the trend of going winning team first, because this is not a Chargers story, okay?
No, you're right. You're right.
This is by no means. We talk about chemistry. Is there anybody who's built better chemistry over the course of the season than the Patriots?
No, none at all.
No, not even close. I mean, they're doing the OKC thing after the fucking game, and it's like half the team is joining him for the interview.
Yeah.
Like, the vibes are crazy. The Vrabel is just cooking again.
Yeah.
Like, he's made this team detail-oriented immediately. And this was a game where, like, they're not playing a bad team. You know, give the Chargers a little credit. They got here. They had a relatively decent season.
Yeah.
Chargers, by the way, the Chargers, there was some rumors that they were, they settled into this seed, wanting this matchup. Might have had something to do with the outcome, but whatever. But again, the Patriots, like, you start the game looking a little off, looking like it's not going according to plan. Mistakes are happening, which I hadn't seen that much of this season.
Yeah.
And for a team this young, no type of doubt. Like, they composure the entire way. Chemistry's only getting better, whether they're not playing well or playing well. And May, in the second half, settled in and, like, really made good throws.
May, coming into this team, being such a humble, fun dude, like, that has been the biggest plus to their chemistry, because a lot of times quarterbacks at his talent, at his level in the draft, usually come in with at least a little bit of chip on their shoulder, just a little bit. And his humility, like, has been such a godsend to their chemistry. Like, you can see how much he listens to his receivers, and it's not just him talking to the receivers and the receivers listening to him. There's like a mutual beneficial conversation going on with him and his team and the receiver, and the backs. And they just all look like, it almost doesn't look like he's the leader of the team. It looks like he's just like the soldier of the team. Whatever you guys need me to do, I'll do it. Like, and he does it. I mean, that one rush he had, the 37-yard run.
That was one of the more athletic games he's had.
Yeah, and throughout the season, they were talking about him trying not to get hurt, making sure he gets down, and he was just playing, like, he was just doing whatever he needed to do to win the game. He was a gladiator in this game.
And just thinking off the top of my head, guys who've done that, who go into the playoffs for the first or second time and, like, immediately do whatever it takes.
Yes.
Think about it. Like, Mahomes was a guy who did that. Joe Burrow was a guy who did that. So, like, the trend, the example was set by some pretty fucking good quarterbacks.
Yeah. And both those guys you just named listen to their receivers.
Yeah.
There's no like, here, I'm telling you something. No, what do you see? How can I help you? How can I get the ball to you? You can see May is that kind of guy with Diggs, especially because he's one of those guys who has had a little bit of chemistry issues in the past. But it's like you don't see any of that with May.
Yeah.
It looks like he trusts May and May really trusts him, and they just go for it. I mean, they looked fantastic in this game.
And this was like,
and they look good all year, but
and that's the thing. This game sucked, but it they made it an entertaining watch just because of how much fun they were having.
Yeah.
And
all right.
What do you want to? Did you want to say anything about the Chargers?
No, I don't have anything positive about the Chargers. I never do. Right. I think that I don't know. I just don't really know what people see in them every year. It's always like, they could do this. They're right there. They're almost this good. I know. I mean, they got a new coach, a Hall of Fame coach, but everything else I don't really see.
So bear with me because I was thinking about it during the game. Like, man, there's this like weird inability to evaluate Herbert.
Yeah.
Because the team like lacks things.
Yeah.
You know what really irritates me in the NFL? What? When the coach when the coach backs the quarterback, I completely get it.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's what's happening here. What Jim Harbaugh is doing with Justin Herbert, and what I'm scared Sean Payton is doing with Bo Nix.
Okay.
Like, the coach shouldn't put a quarterback on this like godly pedestal of, oh my God, this is like one of the most incredible quarterbacks I've ever seen. Like, it's such a privilege to coach a quarterback this fucking good. Like, it makes my job so easy.
Yeah.
Jim, your job doesn't look fucking easy, just to let you know.
At all.
At no point have you gone to the playoffs and your job has looked easy.
Yeah.
And what kills me is, you remember when he got there, when Jim Harbaugh got there, and even though he was saying all this same shit about Herbert, all the, the ridiculous hype, they were a defense first, run the ball team.
Mm-hmm.
They ran the shit out of the ball all season. They go into that fucking playoff game, and it's all of a sudden they're like a Herbert squad.
Mm-hmm.
Herbert stinks it up. And since then, instead of, okay, we made a mistake in the playoffs, let's go back to the building blocks. No, it's like, guys, we're good enough to just lean on Justin Herbert to be great.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jim, it's like, do your job. Do your job. Why are you buying into this hype? And as a result, you're not calling plays. You're not making offensive line adjustments. Your running back was not involved at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, the Eagles, who haven't called a fun play all season, got Saquon involved.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't get your running back, who's pretty fucking good, involved, who's like a dual threat.
Mm-hmm.
That shit, it was like hard. Again, it's like you're watching this team. This isn't their first year in the playoffs looking this nasty.
Right.
With this coach, with this quarterback. And it's like, am I going to sit there again? Oh, offensive line got hurt. What are you going to do? Like, okay, you're going to lose in the playoffs and get cooked. Like, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's the fucking issue with especially the Chargers. They've bought into the ridiculous Herbert hype more than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like sick because he's not anywhere close to the things that Mahomes has done, the things that Josh Allen has done. I don't think he's close to Joe Burrow.
No.
I don't think he's better than Lamar Jackson.
Oh, definitely not.
Like, he doesn't put the fear in you, like, going against you that, oh my God, he's so talented, he's so scary. Like, he's not that great.
This is one thing about football that like if you don't watch it all the time, it's hard to even think about this, but quarterbacks really do affect the game in so many different ways. And they even they impact the defense as well because, they get to a certain spot before they turn the ball over or before they have to, punt it. So if you can get to that spot, it's going to, it affects your defense because it makes it easier on them if the other team's getting it at the, 5-yard line. But Herbert just isn't one of those guys who affects the game in that many ways. Like he's a good, hey, you run the play, hit that guy in the chest. He can do that. But all the other stuff, the stuff that other guys you're talking about, the Mahomes, the Lamars, the Joes, the Caleb's, the Dax, all those guys do all these different things that make an impact on how the game is played. And Herbert just doesn't. He has never done that. He just can make a good throw sometimes. And that's really all he has ever been.
I'd never take Herbert over Brock Purdy.
Oh, no, me either. Definitely not.
And he's taller, bigger, more athletic. Like any combine test, I'm sure he fucking kills Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm. I think Purdy's a little bit faster. That's it, though.
You're right. But it's just the competitive, like, fire. We haven't seen it. And it's been years. I've seen it from Trevor Lawrence. Like, Trevor Lawrence has bought added stock from how competitive he is at times.
Yeah.
With Herbert, it's like the same stoic, just execute the game plan. Then you're not that good.
Yeah. And it's not even like it's not cool like Joe. Like, Joe Burrow is stoic, but it's like I'm cool because we're still going to win this game kind of thing. Herbert doesn't have that.
Again, you win one big playoff win. Give me one where you're great, and I'll give you like a year of stock, maybe even 2.
Yeah,
bro, he's like 4 or 5 years in. He's gone to the playoffs multiple times. He hasn't even looked good.
Yeah.
It's getting like scary at this point. Like maybe he really is like a choke artist.
You know what? I mean, the people who've listened to the pod for a long time know where I stand, so I don't even need to. I'm not going to keep beating on Herbert any more than I already have.
I hope Jim stays humble on the quarterback play next year.
Yeah. I think it's time for – I think that they should sell now. If they were going to move off of him, they should sell now while he still has a little bit of reverence in the league.
Bro, again, there's this weird view people have of him that there's like a football quarterback they imagine when they look at him.
I know, because I don't know what else he needs to do to lose any more his trust, any more confidence. Like, what else does he need to do to prove to you he's not that?
Exactly. And with like a Josh Allen, okay, he sells, but he'll constantly remind you of why the hype is there.
Yeah.
With Herbert, to be honest with you, the reminders are getting less frequent during the season.
Yeah.
Bro, all I really the only genuine credit I could give him the last several years is that he tries to play through injuries.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's tough.
Yeah.
But it's at a certain point, I need something else.
Yeah. Yeah. Him and Trevor Lawrence are in the same tier.
That's fair.
I think Trevor is a little bit better, but I might pick Herbert. I wouldn't be mad.
They play each other 10 times. That's a 5-5 split.
Yeah, it's 5-5. Yeah, for sure. All right, last one. Texans and Steelers. I liked the Steelers this season. But it's just they're just the younger, prettier, hotter version. It's just they just ran into the better looking guys this time. I mean that they were just better at everything, and they just play explosive. They're physical. They make highlight plays on both sides. They just looked better, just all around better. There's just really nothing else to it to me.
I feel bad. This was like the worst matchup for Aaron Rodgers.
It was.
Like I can't even. I anticipated he would be like. He wasn't as bad as I thought. I mean, to be honest, like he was kind of okay.
Yeah, he wasn't as bad as even the media is making it seem.
He didn't do any of the like horrible like loser antics.
Yeah.
That to me was actually impressive. Like he didn't start throwing shit away way prematurely.
Yeah.
He didn't like give up on guys because they dropped a pass or like ran the wrong route. So that to me, like, as far as Aaron goes, just everything we saw from him this season collectively, kind of forgetting some of the past stuff, I would not mind if he came back.
Oh, me either. Yeah.
Like I think he's played well enough that you give him a decent line, you give him some balance, and he'll take you to the playoffs and possibly make you competitive.
Yeah, because the rest of the team is good. It's not like, if your team is good, he can be a serviceable playoff quarterback.
With the Texans, like I just don't know if I could trust CJ.
Mm-hmm.
They've kind of had an Eagles-like offense a lot of the season, and I haven't seen them enough to really see if it's like a play calling or if it's like injuries or whatever. But
he was hurt some of the season, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah, they won like a big game with their backup. I remember. I think it was maybe against the Bears.
Yeah, because even now he doesn't look fully healthy all the time, and I think maybe he's just playing a little more cautious because he just came back from injury. But he doesn't look as reckless and as explosive as he was, 2 years ago. I guess a year ago now.
Their defense is so good; like they're going to be in the game.
Yeah,
maybe they make the play to win it, maybe not, but that's a fair opportunity, I think.
That's the buzzsaw the Steelers really ran into. And it just looked like everybody was the younger, better version of everybody on the Steelers. Everybody in the Texans is the younger, better version of everybody on the Steelers.
And the Texans are like, they've been quietly like approaching.
Mm-hmm.
They've kind of had some injury luck, some like specific depth or like roster-wise luck as far as who fits, who doesn't fit.
Who is that you're talking about?
The Texans.
Texans? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they've been, since CJ got there, they've been a viable playoff threat.
Yeah. And he's the perfect guy to take the chances and go for the explosive plays for this team. Like, he just goes for it. Like, a lot of his stuff, not so much in this game, but just generally, he's a very risky quarterback. He'll go for the risky pass. He'll make the run that doesn't look like it's there, and he'll, do the scramble that ends up in a weird pass that nobody ever saw coming. Like, he's good at that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the Texans are the perfect team for it. Like, it seems like they're built to sustain that kind of stuff, offense and defense.
I'm thinking of, as far as the Steelers go, because they just Mike Tomlin just stepped down.
Yes, sir.
Like right before we went.
Yep. Hall of Fame, easy, first ballot.
My immediate reaction is negative because he's a great coach. So you get rid of him, it's like, not the grass is most likely not going to be greener. I feel the same way for Baltimore to a lesser extent. But thinking about it a little bit longer, to be honest, like sometimes you do just need a fresh perspective.
Yeah.
And that the trend for both teams has not been good.
And, football tenure is, unlike any other sport, especially for coaches. Like, he's been there 19 years, dude. 19 years.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he's coaching guys who like were babies when he first got there, and then he's also coaching guys who are like almost up there to his age, and and have been there a long time. So it just is, when you have, like, football has that weird mix of guys that like really no other sport has. So it's just tough. It can get stale really quick. That's the point. The point I'm trying to make. If you're on a
Yeah.
team, I mean, obviously his wasn't quick because it was 19 years, but he's had a lot of different teams there. But this team specifically, it seems like there's kind of guys who I'm not really sure they really want. That kind of are stragglers there. They're getting random pickups that like don't necessarily fit what they're doing. They're getting older every year. They get like one young talent and then get three real old guys, three guys on like the edge of their careers. They get one young talent, two more old guys on the edge of their careers. It's just kind of like it's just been a weird situation. Probably the last 4 years for them to me.
Yeah. There's just some of their decisions are kind of weird.
Yeah, since Ben left, it's actually been weird.
And that's the trend. The trend for me, it's like we've been watching the Steelers, let's say like 10, 12 years now with Big Ben. And they've been getting their ass whooped in the playoffs for a long time now.
Yeah.
Like that's been the trend. They're coming into the playoffs. If anybody's not a threat, it's the Steelers.
Yeah.
So I think Tomlin's going to cook wherever else he goes.
Yeah. And one of the points, my overall point, and I just didn't land it, but was the culture doesn't last that long. When you have that weird turnover he's been having, the culture that we fell in love with on the Steelers, the culture that the Steelers used to have, that used to be made them like a monster every year. That's like it just won't last through all the stuff all those players changing, all the age differences there. Like 1 year your leaders 22, the next year your leader's 48. Like what are we like? It's just hard. It's just a hard thing to deal with as a team. Like I mean, Tomlin's the leader all the time, but you going from Ben to Justin Fields to Russell Wilson and then back to a young guy and then to Rodgers, it's like all over the place. It's tough. It's tough. That can really hurt your culture as much as anything. And for a coach, that's not fun.
I'm interested. I think they're going to take their time picking another coach.
If Pittsburgh and Baltimore traded coaches, would you like that?
No.
Harbaugh in Pittsburgh isn't good?
I mean, I'd like Tomlin in Baltimore. That'd be cool.
All right, why are you a Harbaugh hater all of a sudden? What happened?
No, I just Harbaugh. He's like a culture setter.
Mm-hmm.
But both of them, honestly, I think they really need to go to like. I think either of them will take the Raiders to the playoffs next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Because, bro, we didn't even get to see the Raiders this year because it was Pete Carroll was like washed as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, you read the stuff after the season. It's like he was hiring like family, and they were like questioning. They were like having player only meetings, talking about what the fuck are we doing. They were. It was like a complete shit show.
Yeah.
And you saw it watching the Raiders because you draft a running back and then you don't give him the fucking ball. And it's like, what the fuck? Why would you do this? I don't know if I've ever seen that in my life. A running back get taken in the top like 5, 6. And I'm watching this team play games where they're not feeding him.
Yep.
But again, these guys will set the culture so immediately that you just saw it with the Patriots. Mm-hmm. The Patriots were trash last season, and now they're a contender.
Mm-hmm.
Both Tomlin and Harbaugh can set that culture immediately. I'm more of a Harbaugh hater because I want to see, I actually want to see him change a little bit.
Gotcha.
Because he was the one who, like, his team, they would lose beating themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like years of beating yourself, making bad decisions to lose games, bad choking to lose games from like guys who were trustworthy up until they got here.
Mm-hmm.
With Tomlin, it was a little more of just like, we're just not good enough. Like, yeah, we're pretty good, but we're just not good enough.
Yeah.
But I think they're both going to be great, man.
So which team would be your favorite? Like if you were a coach, which team would you want that has a coaching vacancy? I'll give you the teams if you don't know for sure. It's Arizona, Atlanta, Baltimore, Cleveland, Vegas, Miami, New York Giants, Pittsburgh, and the Titans. We could go ahead and put Titans to the bottom of the list.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Titans at the last spot for sure.
Yeah.
I'll probably throw you off. I think Atlanta.
Atlanta?
I really liked Atlanta. Was another team I think I watched mostly because I was concerned with Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
But Atlanta's very talented. They're kind of waiting for a guy to like really set the tone and focus everybody on playing good football.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of surprised they fired their coach. I thought he'd get to run it back.
Yeah, I didn't think he really did bad. I think they just had other issues.
Yeah, but they're very close to being good.
All bias aside, I think that's where Tomlin should go. Me personally, I think that's a really good fit for him. But I gotta say the Giants, man. Giants, they get healthy. I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Nah, but let me ask you this: does Mike McDaniel get a head coaching job?
So I had an in-depth conversation with somebody today about this.
What was their take first?
Because the first of all, I'm not thinking about Mike McDaniel getting hired like immediately, but that's the reporting that you read, like anything sport, you read like sports news, and the reporting is that he's like a sought after candidate.
Yeah.
Like teams are like really eager to talk, which again, the conversation boiled down to, oh my God, Tua was dog shit. Because bro, again, maybe I'm not seeing what these teams are seeing that they want him.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought he's just a good offensive guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not, he's okay. Like he calls good plays. He'll immediately come in and make your offense serviceable.
Yeah.
But the delusion that he's like an immediate perfect fit is because I think these people are thinking that, oh my God, Mike McDaniel cooked up a vicious offense with a horrible quarterback.
Okay.
If I get him in, I get him in with a deep, like Giants. Jackson Dart gets healthy. We get Mike McDaniel in there to call good plays and clean up the offense. Now you're not a fan. I get it.
No, thank you.
I get it, but it's the delusion of why he'd fit. I completely understand.
Yeah.
Because he was, again, this team was competitive all season, and they were horrible.
Yeah. I actually think he'd be a really good college coach. Like if there's a college vacancy, I think he'd be fired. Like
no question.
Right away. Like he probably would make a decent team good right away in college. But I just didn't see anything, Tua, Tyreek or not. I just didn't see anything that was like, I just saw like good players making spectacular plays. Like I didn't see anything about.
To be honest with you, he's like a Sirianni, man. Like maybe he could coach, but he's too weird to like lead a team for a very long time.
Yeah, the only thing we know about both of them is that they're kind of cool dudes. Other than that, like football knowledge wise, not sure. I mean, when I say cool, I mean like they're fun guys. But football knowledge, not really sure on either side.
That's what, like, their chemistry with people that we see on the team, it just seems to come from like a place of them being nice.
Yeah.
With Sirianni, especially, it's like anything football, there's a fucking problem.
Mm-hmm. Anything else about the coaching jobs you want to talk about? I think Raheem Morris might be good I think he might get one of the jobs. Or he might go to college, too. He'd probably be really good in college as well.
I'm not really. I'm kind of curious who the Cowboys get as the defensive coordinator,
Mm-hmm.
because that's another seen a good number of defenses go from awful to good immediately with a good coordinator.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
And they made some moves to get talented players on defense. They'll probably draft somebody. So
yeah.
if they get a good, and they were closer to being good than maybe some people think.
Mm-hmm.
With a good defense, I think they'll be all right next year.
I agree. All right, enough about football. Let's talk about the most beautiful game, basketball. Back to the NBA. We got to go Trae Young versus. Trae Young trade first.
Of course. God,
what
I
are your
just couldn't
thoughts on
avoid
that?
talking about the Wizards.
Oh, of course, got to talk about the Wizards. Got to. They are 10-28 this year. They're not as bad as the Pacers.
That's something.
Where they have lost 3. They're 4-15 on the road. Okay. So, Trae is hurt right now. So, what do you think the goal is long term? Everyone knows by now Trae was traded for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. I want to say there was a pick involved, a second round pick maybe. But McCollum and Kispert were the centerpieces of the trade.
It's tough. Immediately I'm like, why? Right? What's the fucking point?
Uh-huh.
But with the Wizards, it's been such a basketball purgatory on the court.
Yeah.
Where I'm sure you feel this. You're a big NBA fan, so there's times, sometimes I'll tune in because I want to see a guy or a few guys, right?
Yeah.
Especially if I'll see that they've been playing well. I'll be like, oh, I want to catch what that looks like, or maybe the opposite. If they're not playing well, maybe they'll break out of the slump.
Yeah.
With the Wizards, the structure is not good enough to where I don't get excited anticipating a guy playing well.
Can you explain that a little more?
It's just I talked early in the season, some of the episodes, Sar has good potential. I want to I'm excited to see his versatility.
Yeah.
But you've not developed any defensive principles.
Mm-hmm.
You've not established kind of which secondary rotations is he going to play with.
Mm-hmm.
How many minutes is he getting as a starter? It fluctuates based on if he plays well or not.
Yeah, I turned one time and Bagley didn't get in the game at all. I'm like, I thought Bagley was playing good for this team. And
exactly.
Then he got in late.
Literally, that is exactly the type of shit I'm talking about. Where, again, you don't have, I've been waiting to see Trae Johnson play well.
Mm-hmm.
Limitless range, aggressive scorer, eager shot hunter, a better ball handler than I thought. He's capable of making plays. He attacks. He sees the court. He'll make a good pass here and there.
Yeah.
But again, there's never any type of structure for him to play well.
Mm-hmm.
So, even if he is, I'm often nervous about him forcing shots.
Yeah.
So, now we get to Trae Young.
Yeah.
Finally, there's a picture. That's my problem with the Wizards has been, what are we trying to do offensively? I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
There's teams who are worse, or maybe now better, like Charlotte. I get what they're trying to do offensively.
Yeah.
There's the Clippers, I get. The Kings, I get.
Mm-hmm.
With the Wizards, it's what are we doing? And now with Trae Young, for better or worse, there's, a lot of my friends are complete Trae Young haters.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's the topic of Trae Young is often sensitive for me because I'm constantly having to defend him against the worst take you could find, the most negative take.
Yeah.
But now, for better or worse, there's a structure to the hierarchy of the team. There's a clear-cut best player. Like, if you're Trae Johnson, are you really giving up shots to CJ McCollum?
I wouldn't.
There you go. For Trae Young,
you're never getting it back, by the way.
For Trae Young,
CJ's never passing it back.
But with Trae Young, it's like either A, I might get it back, or B, I'm passing to a guy who's so fucking good, he's going to get something like a quality shot.
Yeah.
By default, the other thing I've grown to hate about CJ and Middleton, they're, and this is like hard to even fathom, they don't spam pick and rolls.
I know, and that used to be Middleton's thing.
And it's like we're just trying to like get the space to 1v1. Middleton especially is like, buddy, you're washed. Why?
Yeah.
We're not even like conditioned enough to do this.
He tries some like weird mid-range post ups, and I'm like, what are you doing, Middleton?
Again, we're not in the finals 3 years ago when he was healthy.
Yeah, he's your height. You don't jump higher than him. Why are you shooting turnaround like Kobe level mid ranges? Like, it's not your game anymore.
But that's one thing. Like, even when just like visualize Trae Young at his most selfish, his most like I'm not passing mode, and he's still forcefully incorporating the bigs into his plays.
Yeah,
that's where it's like we have good guards, we have good bigs. I've never really tuned in the Wizards and seen both work well together.
Right.
With Trae Young, that's kind of the source of a lot of his assists. And especially if he's not turning the ball over, he's setting up the bigs more often than not. That's like, I'm just looking for somebody to get Alex Sarr some easy fucking looks. Please. So that, to me, again, to simplify, maybe I've been talking for a brick, but there's some focus to what we expect from DC moving forward.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of upside. I'm not like arguing that they're a playoff team. Some of the reports on the co-star they're looking for is just terrifying.
Yeah. I've heard more than just the one we talked about too.
Right. But again, getting a guy that like believing in Trae Young's talent, I'm with you 100%.
I think that was well said. Part of the reason his market was so odd is because he is one of these structure makers where no matter what team he goes to, you're going to have to play like a Trae Young team. And, that's some teams want that. Most teams probably don't because the league is really good right now. And there's just not many teams that need to change their structure because most of the teams are competitive how they are. So that is part of why his market was bad, and Wizards do need that. I think the most positive thing for me. When was this? Maybe 2 years ago, when the Rockets first started looking like they were going to be really good. I mentioned on the pod, the year before they got Thompson. I was like, they really just don't need a draft anymore. They should just start looking for some vets. Like, they have as much draft talent as they could possibly get. They had Jalen Green, they had Sengun, they had Jabari Smith, they had Tari Eason's first year, I think that was. They had somebody else that was really young. I'm like, why are we like, okay, the draft is over. Like, your process is over.
Aaron Holiday,
you can't keep drafting young guys and just have a team full of 22-year-olds and try to compete. Like, it was time to start making some trades for some vets. And they did it at the perfect time. They got Durant. They're not playing good right this second, but it's helped them a lot. They got Durant. They got Van Vliet. I think the year after that year that I said that, and they got Dylan Brooks as well, man. The Wizards were kind of in that spot in like a much lesser aspect because they're not like as competitive. But at this point, let's say CJ is probably the best. He probably led them in scoring, but I don't know if I would really say he's the best player. But your next 4 or 5 of your 7 best players are like 22-year-olds.
Exactly.
So like, what were you drafting? What are you drafting for next draft? You already have an elite shooting 21-year-old. You already have Koulibaly, who's like an elite athlete, 22-year-old. You already have Sarr, who's a shot blocking 22-year-old. Bagley's what, like 26 now, maybe? I mean, he's still pretty young. You have this nice young core. Kaishan George is what? He's probably 22, 23. I think he may not have one and done. So getting Trae now, getting some structure, getting a vet, getting like Kispert is probably one of the few younger guys that really is just replaceable, especially now that you have Trae, and he was kind of out of the rotation anyway. Now you have Middleton, who's a vet, but now you have someone who you can actually build around and say, hey, we have all this young talent. Now you figure out you can work around it, and you be our guy around the young talent. I think they did a good job. I think this was a smart move. It didn't have to necessarily be Trae, but I think this timing with the core you have, how the team looks, this was the time where, hey, we got all these draft picks. Let's cash in on what we have so we can start actually building a team. So I'm with it.
Yeah, man.
I'm not. That's probably not the take people were expecting, but I'm definitely with it because I liked Trae on Atlanta, and I think I really think they could have figured out how to make it work. But hey,
this kind of at the absolute bare minimum, this sets up some sort of direction.
Yes.
And we haven't had that for the Wizards on the podcast in years, since our podcast's inception.
Yeah. I think Wall left the year or 2 years after we started, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that year, but the year before Wall left, people didn't play the whole season, so they were already kind of shot. What about for Atlanta? I don't know if CJ's in the long-term plans, but I think he's a good pickup because I think they really were lacking someone who could score off the dribble this season. I mean, Trae's been there, but he's been hurt for most of the time. I like that they move the ball around, but they move it around, and they really don't have anybody who's like a knockdown shooter. Nikhil Alexander-Walker was
he's having
masquerading as one this season, but that's not really his game. So I think getting CJ is a really good shooter, a nice corner threat. They got all these guys who can get into the paint, and they were kicking it out to guys who just aren't really consistent shooters. So now you got Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson that just steamroll into the paint very nicely. They both see the floor really well. Now you have a CJ and a Corey Kispert to knock down shots. And when the play breaks down, you have a CJ who could just go get a bucket.
I'm a firm believer in how good Jalen Johnson is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, every time he gets going, he gets hurt.
Yeah.
So if that's going to be the trend with Trae, it's not that he got going, but with Trae, you couldn't settle into a rhythm because he'd miss time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of the same thing where he gets going, he gets hurt. The team kind of loses rhythm when he's in and out of the rotation. But I think if he could get healthy for a season, the MVP numbers are going to be there. And I think this team record-wise is going to be solid enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's that good. I mean, he scores from anywhere, any way, takes advantage of mismatches immediately, hunts them, finds teammates. What does his game lack?
Nothing to me.
He's a hungry rebounder. He defends relatively well. Again, he's a threat all over the court.
Yep, he's been hitting the three lately. And defensively, he could just guard every position. I mean, he's so much bigger. I mean, he's another one of those guys like Steven Adams who his frame doesn't look big, but when you see someone who is strong try to muscle him, they can't. You see guys like Bane try to take him inside, and he's just solid. He just stays, he's just a tree.
And to your earlier point, I think this is good for Atlanta to now they're going to be kind of not rebuilding, but trying to figure out their team, not playing Trae Young basketball. No matter how good Jalen, it's not going to be Jalen Johnson basketball because he kind of plays a little bit easier and you don't have to center the structure around him.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me, gives them flexibility of hunting for more star players, drafting, if they find a guy that's like really talented.
Yeah.
So again, it's just more flexibility to build something now.
Yeah, Jalen is one of those guys who can thrive in lack of structure. He's kind of like a Greek freak, Giannis, who can just like, look, if there's no structure, I'm going to just figure it out. Like, I'm going to just get to the paint. The one structure I know how to do is get to the paint and get a good look at a shot. And that's fine. That's really all they needed at the moment, especially the way everybody's been playing. And plus, I'm not really sure how the financials are going to work like after this season, but if this gets them in a better cap situation where they can bolster up their depth a little more, this is easily a great move because their depth has played good, but it's really not good. Like, Kennard came in and hit a bunch of threes on the Warriors the other night, I think it was. But, like, Kennard and Nickeil Alexander-Walker is really all they bring in off the bench.
Alexander Walker's having, like, an incredible year. But, like, that doesn't – I'm not, all of a sudden, like, vouching for him as a sixth man and considering their bench viable. Like, it's still random. It's still kind of unreliable. Good for him, though.
And then their big man situation off the bench is just like, no disrespect, because I like Mo Gay. I like I don't even know how to say his name. The dude who starts with a K, the shooter. I forgot he has a nickname, a funny nickname.
Oh, yeah. Short name, foreign guy.
Krejci or something? Krejci?
Yeah, Krejci. I
like him too, but he's all over the place. He's just like a younger Bogdanovich at this point that just hits more shots.
I'll tell you what I don't like. Okongwu, since developing a fucking jumper, forgot the rest of his fucking game.
Yeah, he's done the Ibaka.
Bro, or like the Vucevic thing. It's like, dude, I know you could fucking score inside. Stop popping out on every fucking screen. Holy shit.
I have him in fantasy, and he just stresses me out every week. Like, dude.
God, the shot selection, it's like, am I watching Brook fucking Lopez? What are you doing?
And how does he not – I mean, he goes games and, like, doesn't get, like, good rebounding numbers. I'm like, you're the only big man on the team. How do you not –
Bro, you get your stuff to the line. You get putbacks. Like, there's so many teams that don't even focus on rebounding. You kill your own chances by popping out. Like, that's fucking easy. You're doing that because it's easy.
Yep. But yeah, this is an option for in the offseason to be able to get someone else to help that bench a little bit.
Yeah.
If they had like one real bona fide 6-man, kind of wing forward kind of thing, that would really help them a lot. But I think this was a good trade for both teams moving forward for sure. I want to talk about some of the teams that are having a rough couple of games. Like we mentioned the Rockets. Well, I mentioned the Rockets. The Rockets they've lost 3 in a row, 5-5 in their last 10. They are a little less than 500 on the road this season, but they're 12-2 at home, which is, more than solid. But on the road, they're 11-12. So they're just not a good team on the road. Şengün's missed the last few games, so I think that's obviously a huge deal. But the way this team is advertised and the way that the rest of this team is constructed, it doesn't seem like they should be losing how they're losing without him. I could see like losing to the Thunder without him, but let me go to some of these last games. They just haven't. It got beat by Sacramento last night.
Look, I'll never defend losing to Sacramento. Okay.
Yeah. So Şengün shouldn't be the thing that changes you losing to Sacramento. So.
But they have a lot of big picture things that are trending in the right direction.
The Rockets?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Like, I think if they're relatively healthy, their defense is dangerous. I think I've really liked, like, I'm really up. Now that I say this, he'll probably have a fucking selfish stretch because every time I gave him credit for being a good leader in Phoenix, he would immediately regress back to his antics.
KD?
But KD's been playing on both ends. I see it, KD.
Yeah.
I see the effort. Like, I see we're talking to guys. We're encouraging guys. We're not just fucking, giving up on them. We're showing good leadership skills.
Yeah.
But I just think I worry with Houston. They're not getting a reliable source of shot selection.
Mm-hmm.
That, to me, it's like they have a lot of things they could go to, but with Sengun missing time, with KD kind of, settling into as a role player, those close playoff games, I don't know what they're going to look like.
So this kind of goes back to the point guard situation, probably, because Sengun was like their best passer, best ball distributor. And I agree with you. They aren't getting a good shot distribution every night. They don't even really get good rotation every night, which is, that's on the coach. But the lack of point guard is still showing up now. Like, this is the time of the season, the middle 20 games of the season, where it does kind of get a little bit mundane for these guys. That's why the All-Star break is what it is. But yeah, it's showing. Their last 4 losses are Sacramento, Portland twice, and Dallas.
It's not an easy team to beat, Portland.
Yeah, no.
Portland almost at 500, I think.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I do think they can bounce back. They'll definitely bounce back when Sengun gets back. But the ball distribution, also their bench, sometimes to me looks like they come in and don't really know what they're supposed to be doing, and I think that's kind of a role issue because they got Finney Smith back, but he comes in and just like it doesn't look like he knows where he's supposed to be. He's not in the corner hitting corner threes like he used to. He's like trying to drive more, which has never really been his game. Shepherd's minutes have been really inconsistent. They're still trying to figure out if they can make Okogie a point guard, and that this is never gonna work. Clint Capella plays a lot one game, then gets 2 DNPs in a row. It's just kind of weird. Like, I don't really know what Udoka's doing with that part of the game. But
I do think he's at times overreacting to like some of the role guys playing great.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, all right, like we could kind of run with lineups a little longer if like Tyree Easton's cooking, or now it's the point guard. Reed Shepherd's starting to play well enough to where it's like we'll run the show through him today. It's again, you're developing good versatility. Like there's all these things you could turn to, but if it's not part of your identity, it'll be there randomly, but most likely it won't.
Right.
And that's where, like, I'm worried for Houston a little bit. Some of the negative things, are they becoming habits?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the lack of ball movement, like that can't be a habit when we walk into the playoffs. And now Thompson's is fucking dribbling way too much.
Yeah. Yeah. And they did good with him attacking before, but now it seems like he's attacking and they're not really getting that second rebound like they used to. It doesn't seem like everyone's in position to get back when he attacks, because that's the double-edged sword about being a good rebounding team. If everyone on the team crashes and you don't get it, you're out of position for fast breaks. And that's what happens to them a lot of times. He'll drive to the basket hard. You got Adams, Finney Smith, Sengun, anyone, like 4 guys in the paint. They don't get the rebound, and then it's a dunk on the other end because it was 3-on-1 going back the other way because everybody was in the paint.
That's kind of one weakness of the Rockets. The Rockets, they're kind of slow.
They are.
Like, I can't visualize them running with San Antonio for 7 games.
Right. And the problem is the guys that are big don't really play all that versatile. Like Finney Smith and even Jabari Smith, who has taken a step back versatility-wise to me, they don't play big enough for me to say, oh, Castle can't guard Jabari Smith.
Yeah.
No, Castle can guard him. If Jabari Smith is going to take jumpers, I mean, yeah.
And it's a good it's hard to compare the two, but I think both players for their teams are a good like measuring stick with Jabari for Houston and Keldon Johnson for the Spurs, where it's like really look at how they're incorporated into the offense. If it's a healthy addition, if they fit, then the team is clearly trying to move the ball. The team is clearly developing things. But if it's kind of random, if it's up and down, then we got to focus on the habits more.
I agree.
It's been with the Spurs, again, like Keldon Johnson, I think maybe is a little better, but their impact is like more important than it seems for both teams.
I think the one advantage there, and this is like obviously, like I said, it's a coaching thing. Keldon Johnson coming off the bench allows him to come in and adjust to what's going on in the game and just fill in a role. And Jabari Smith, when he starts, he's starting in a weird role already. And then when the bench comes in, like he's moving, it gets him out of rhythm because he might have been doing well in playing the 4. But then Steven Adams comes in and he has to move to the 3, and now he's kind of out of rhythm. And Keldon Johnson does the opposite. Because a lot of times, like they do the small lineup with Wemby and just like 4 basically guards. So he comes in to that and it's like, all right, you're the 4. He goes inside, no worries. He comes in where they go big. All right, you're the 2 or the 3. All right, no worries. So their rhythm is different. Even though they do kind of have similar impact, Udoka's not giving Jabari Smith the ability, like the chance to get his own rhythm in the game. I feel like. Because they do sub a lot. I mean, their bench plays a lot. It's just, they come in and all the bench guys for Houston only play one position. And they start all the versatile guys. So it's like kind of the opposite of what everyone else normally does. You usually bring your versatile guys off the bench so they can just fill in whoever they come in for. But Reed Shepherd comes in and whoever was handling the ball has to stop handling the ball. Because Reed Shepherd can't do anything else. Adams comes in, whoever was playing down low has to move from down low because that's what Adams is going to do.
Just thinking about it, I'm curious how they could improve Jabari's kind of involvement when he's playing with more second unit guys. Because that's where it's weird because his perimeter game has gotten better, but it puts you in a position and when the offense isn't great, you're in a spot to force more shots.
Yeah.
And that to me, it's I can't really visualize how they change it.
Yeah. I mean, without a trade, that'll probably
maybe trusting some of the depth a little bit more. I don't know.
Sengun being back and Eason coming back will give them a little bit more structure. But
Eason for sure. For this, specifically for this point, I think Eason really solidifies Jabari's place. Is he playing big or small? More 3, more 4.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, because he is that one versatile guy that comes in and he can just play whatever. But he's the only one they bring off the bench like that.
And Eason's just a killer too. He'd just take the fucking game over out of nowhere. He's got that. He's got that Malik Monk thing.
He does, and he takes it over defensively too.
Yeah.
The Lakers lost 3 in a row. They're 4-6 in their last 10. They're pretty solid, both on at home and on the road. I think their injury lately is Reeves. I think he's been out for a couple games here and there. They also lost to the Kings. See who else did they lose to? They lost to the Kings. They lost to Spurs, the Bucks.
Oh yeah, the Giannis game winner.
Yeah, Detroit is valid. Houston's valid. Suns, they got beat by the Suns by almost 30.
The Suns whooped their ass.
And the Clippers beat them by 30. So
another ass whooping.
Yeah. What do you think about the Lakers? Based on what you've seen this year, like, what's something that they're missing to you? I have one in mind. Let me say this. Let me say this before you go. They are 26th in rebounding, 26th in assists, 18th in points per game, and 17th in opponents' points per game. So they're like a D in two categories and a C minus C in the other two.
It's tough. Like, I don't know what the fuck JJ's doing. I'll be honest.
I'm there too.
Man, it's tough. Like, there's coaches who piss me off more in the NBA. Like Ty Lue's borderline unwatchable. You know what the Kings are doing is nasty, even though they got a couple wins. Indiana's getting to a point where it's just like really random. Like, Jesus, like there's no type of stability in anything we do. But with the Lakers, it's like role players don't matter. And they want to pretend that you could play basketball that way.
Yeah.
And it's just like we just talked about Jabari Smith, right? And he's, compared to the guy I'm about to say, maybe better, maybe not. But Jabari Smith, like the Rockets understand how good he is. They understand, like, if we incorporate him into playing well, like that's another really dangerous threat for us.
Yeah.
Like, bro, am I crazy to say Rui Hachimura is pretty fucking good?
No.
He means nothing to the fucking Lakers.
He got a DNP last game.
Could you imagine Udoka DNPing Jabari Smith?
No.
Like, this is my comparison. You get KD, right? So you think, like, if Udoka was a shitty coach, he'd forget about making it work with Jabari. But that's, like, the constant struggle of them trying to figure it out. JJ, what the fuck? We're not just 3 players deep.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, dude, there's so many criticisms of one-man show teams. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of, like, a duo team. If it's it's just the duo carrying it.
Mm-hmm.
JJ, just because you put 3 guys who could get buckets, like, that's not going to make winning basketball.
Right.
Meanwhile, like, and it's the approach, the mindset is wrong to even try this.
Yeah.
And that to me is the frustrating part. It's like, I know in the depths of my basketball knowledge, I know Jackson Hayes doesn't fucking suck. I know that.
Yes.
And JJ keeps trying to convince me, nah, he's trash. He's fucking ass. Like, JJ, I don't believe you.
Jackson Hayes gets a highlight dunk every night. Like, every single night he dunks on somebody.
He picks up fouls. He runs harder than anybody else on the goddamn team.
He'll risk breaking his neck to get a good block. Like, he is someone who's going to try hard. He plays hard.
Meanwhile, JJ is crying about execution.
Yeah.
JJ, who cares? You're just feeding 3 guys.
Yeah. We're on similar pages. Let me explain. So I've seen some of JJ's problems, like what he says is the problem for the team. So in a game where he says we couldn't hit any shots, Jerry Vanderbilt played 27 minutes. Marcus Smart played 31 minutes, 0 for 5. DeAndre Ayton played 28 minutes. Which one of them are scorers?
None.
Which one of them would you put in the game and expect them to make shots?
D, none of the above.
Right. So JJ, y'all weren't making shots, so you didn't have any shot makers in the game. Like it's that simple. And then the next game, he'll say we weren't playing any defense. Okay, you had Jake LaRavia out there. This was the most Dalton Connect played. Gabe Vincent played 22 minutes. And then Luka played 38 minutes. Who was supposed to guard anybody? Like, it's just like he's supposed to know his personnel, but then complains when he puts guys in to do the opposite of what he was like expecting them to do. Like, if I want to hit shots, Jared Vanderbilt's he's getting a DNP. But you can't DNP Rui and say we didn't hit any shots when he's one of your best shot makers. Like, and for him to have been a role player, for him to not understand role players at all is so confusing, especially for him to have been an elite shooter. To wonder why you're not making shots when you have Marcus Smart taking 5 threes. You have Vanderbilt taking 3 threes. Why?
You can't get Dalton Connect a good look. Like, I'd expect you to take him under your fucking wing, JJ.
Yeah. I mean,
and the embodiment of JJ being over his fucking head is no disrespect to him, but it's Jake LaRavia. Because he gets endless fucking clock. He has gotten a fucking, like, a level of belief and trust that nobody else, no other role player on this team has sniffed.
You want to hear his performance in the Kings game?
Over? Nah, he doesn't usually go over.
He was 0 for 5 from 3. He was 1 for 7 in 31 minutes. He had 2 rebounds. He had 1 steal, 0 blocks, 0 turnovers, 2 points, and he was -10.
That's the one fucking guy I haven't seen get benched, bro. I've seen fucking Luka. Luka gets benched because he can't fucking guard. Ayton gets benched because he's a fucking loser. Rui gets DNP'd for I can't even tell you why. Like, could you tell me why? Because I don't fucking know.
No one knows why. Nobody knows.
Fucking LaRavia is always out there, bro. There's 5 seconds on the clock. If we can't find Luka, LaRavia will get us a good fucking shot. Like, JJ, okay, he had some big scoring games the first month of the season.
Yeah.
Like, so what? He's a fucking all-star? Like, what are we doing?
I'd almost rather have a Tony Snell game than go 1 for 7 and
I'm probably with you, yeah.
2 rebounds. You're a power forward. You get 2 rebounds in 32 minutes, or 31 minutes, and he's how tall is Jake LaRavia again? I know he's not
a short 6 whatever.
6'7".
He's a short 6'7". Let me tell you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, and to say you didn't play any defense. You're playing the Sacramento Kings, by the way, who have like the 2nd worst record in the West.
You can't guard the Kings? Tyler, why? If just think about it. Why couldn't you guard the Kings? Because you couldn't fucking run with them, you lazy shit.
Yeah.
That's the only possible explanation why your team couldn't keep up, JJ, because you couldn't get up and down the fucking court.
Yeah. And he doesn't – part of his arrogance is when they play teams, like he thinks he knows everything about this guy, or he's one of those guys that's at the rec saying, oh, he can't shoot, to guys that everybody knows can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
like, how are you – like – DeRozan just ate them alive, just from all short-range jumpers. Like, I watched the highlights of this. It was all, oh, I'm going to take you to the post. I'm just going to get a bucket on you. Mostly on LaRavia, by the way. I mean, he had 32 points. No, he didn't even attempt a three-pointer, and he's been shooting good from 3 this year. He didn't even need to take one in this game, and he only made 5 free throws. One thing everyone knows about DeRozan, he's an amazing free throw shooter. I mean, he only took 5. He made 4. Everyone knows what he does usually is get, 10 points from the line. When he has 30 points, usually he has 10 points from the line.
If he's not hunting free throws, that means it's a breeze for him. He's not even breaking a sweat.
He shot 74% from the field. he was getting buckets and mid range. And one thing everyone knows who he does. Everyone on the planet knows DeRozan makes mid range shots. So what are we doing?
It's just I just really the arrogance is the key word there, man. It's at every step, JJ. It's humble yourself, learn more. Humble yourself, lean on the experience of the rest of your fucking staff. Hell, ask Scott Brooks for fucking advice. But it's like the more this team is regressing, the more arrogant he is.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the things I love about Steve Kerr. Like, bro, when the Warriors are falling apart in my eyes, there'll be a lot of moments when Steve Kerr co-signs that. And it's like, dude, I'm fucking up. I have to coach better. I have to figure it out. Like, I'm not doing things the right way. Like, I need to be better. With JJ, it's like these guys don't know what I'm trying to run. These guys don't know what I'm trying to preach. Like, JJ, at some point, it's got to be the fucking messenger, right?
Yeah. When did you see the one when he was talking about, like someone said, are they just not remembering the plays? He's like, I don't know. I've never forgotten plays. Like, did you see that?
JJ, yeah, dude. That's like when you say shit like that that just exposes you, bro. You're sitting in those meetings telling motherfuckers what's up. JJ, stop talking. Start listening. You're a second-year coach.
Yeah.
With no experience, bro.
Yeah.
Dudes get fired for less. And meanwhile, he's like calling out guys not running. Bro, meanwhile, like LeBron has lost interest in playing competitive basketball.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, this might be a big story by the end of the season. A little personal year 23 patch.
Yeah, saw that. Yeah.
That's a little weird. We don't need a reminder of what year you're in, LeBron. Like,
I didn't get that. And for them to do that and it not be his last season is really confusing.
That to me is what's scary to me. It's like, LeBron, are we losing so much motivation? Because we're quickly realizing, like, competing in the West with this roster, with this coach, not happening. If anybody could see it early, it's LeBron.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's still there, to be honest.
Is he gonna flip flop and like in a few weeks, all of a sudden there's like rumors of an announcement? Which I doubt, because I feel like he'd want a full farewell tour.
Yeah, or at least like a farewell, at least make to the playoffs. Like, this teams might not even make the playoffs out they're playing. Like, at least a farewell tour in the playoffs. Like a last chance to see him do his thing. Real quick, before we move on, Jake LaRavia in his last 4 games. -10, -15, -13, and 0. And he played over 30 minutes in each game. The 0 game, he played 35. The -13, he played 39 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I understand. It's like he had a good month to start the season. Like, it's just a telltale sign that you don't know what you're doing as a coach when a role player plays well and you overreact.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all of your other more proven role players, you're like crucifying them for mistakes. Like, yo, if you couldn't get Ayton to be competitive, like, I could have told you you'd have to put in extra work to do that.
The fact that Jackson Hayes doesn't start on the team, he should just take it as like a complete slap in the face, because he plays better than Ayton every night, every single night.
Like, he's more eager every second he's on the court. You feel the like appreciation for competing in the game of basketball from Jackson Hayes. You don't get that shit from Ayton every night.
No. You get
Meanwhile,
it like
LaRavia can't sit down, but Ayton's out there fucking not playing defense.
Right.
Stop it, JJ. Figure this shit out.
JJ's done after the season. I'd be surprised if he makes it to the end of the season, actually.
I'm
Well,
hoping
let me take that back.
whoever.
Huh?
I'm hoping whoever they get in the first round, just if they stick, decent in the standings. Like, bro, San Antonio in round 1 would fucking annihilate them.
Yeah, they would.
If Denver hypothetically gets healthy in late March, going into the playoffs with all their vets coming back, that's a ass whooping.
If Denver plays them healthy?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess no one else has really backslid that much. Miami has, but Powell's been hurt. You never know why Miami has. Why they're losing games. Giddey's hurt for Chicago, so they haven't been great. Brooklyn is just really bad. Pelicans are just really bad. Let me ask you this.
Average. Okay. A lot of teams that are like hovering around 500, closer to the play-in than they are at top of the standing.
Yeah. Is there anything specific you want to talk about in the league? I got one more topic.
I don't want Ja Morant on the Timberwolves or on the Heat. If that's the topic.
No. I told you I'm done with fake trades for 2026. I didn't say it on the pod, but pod listeners, I'm done with the fake trades for 2026. I've been right on a lot of them. I've been wrong on a lot of them. I just don't want to talk about it no more. I'm done with it. This year, I'm taking a year off of.
It's too much of a hypothetical headache.
Yeah, I'm taking the year off. Like with Ja, I'll do it with Ja because he's on the block already. But I'm not doing it no more with anyone that hasn't demanded a trade. I'm not talking about trades anymore. But since, like I said, I will do it with Ja. I would like to see him on the Timberwolves for just the rest of the season. I just want to see a little bit, just a little bit. I just want to give me 15.
You're like the 4th person to tell me that, literally.
I just want a little bit of it. I don't think they'll be good. I don't want it for a full season. I think it would be a disaster. I think their attitudes would probably clash, or they'd be really good homies, but I think it'll probably clash more often than not. So I don't really want that. But you can't lie and say it won't be fire for 10 games.
I'd tune in. My eyes would be glued to the screen, but I wouldn't be anticipating great basketball.
Yeah. It's tough because Timberwolves are in such a weird spot. They've overpaid so many of their guys that trade wise they're in a tough spot. And then now Anthony Edwards has to play 3 positions all the time. He's really playing 1 through 3 on the court all the time. And other guys are just out there. DiVincenzo's been playing good, but I never know what position he's supposed to be. He doesn't attack like he normally would, like he did in New York. He's not really hitting threes that well, but somehow he's still kind of playing good. It's been kind of weird. I mean, Conley's just a ghost running around out there. It's a lot on Edwards, and I think that it's just people just want to see somebody else have the ball in their hands. I don't think they can win with the Edwards one-man show. It just doesn't work enough for me without him having to play hero ball at the end or them having to come back from down 25. I just think they should want someone to not get them in those positions, but it doesn't have to be Ja.
I will say if there's mm-hmm. A saving grace, and if without some sort of some drastic kind of adjustments to the offensive approach, when Jaden McDaniels plays great, they're really dangerous. And it's again sticking to the theme of role players being important, but there's no structure to it. Mm-hmm. If Jaden McDaniels is playing great, I'm going to be expecting the Wolves to win, expecting them to defend at an extremely high level.
Yeah.
But I've never seen any sort of structure for Jaden to play well, so I can't ever believe in advance that it'll happen.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the drawback with Finch still to me. It's like Jaden has gotten marginally better at creating shots, at finishing, at spotting up. Like he's offensively slowly improved aspects of his game, and you're not incorporating that into your development as a team at all.
I really think they just have a hard time getting it to him. Like a lot of times, Ant is like a specific kind of scorer where how he scores doesn't really. I'm trying to say this, like, how do I put this? Like he's good to trap when he's dribbling, but he's not really like a double team, don't let him shoot it kind of scorer.
Yeah.
He's like a don't let him attack scorer, but not a like, oh, if he catches it, we got to smother him. Like we got to make sure everybody's looking at him for help and all that. He's not that kind of – he doesn't put that much pressure on your defense for some reason. I can't really explain why. Like I'm thinking of this off the cuff, so if I thought about this longer, I might be able to really explain it. But if you watch it, a lot of teams don't really – he doesn't have that, all right, everybody has to look at him. Everybody's turning their head. Nobody's playing their man because he has the ball on the wing. He's just not that kind of player for some reason. And I think that really hurts guys like Jaden McDaniels getting him open because you could basically play them straight up if you really wanted to and just take whatever Edwards does to the guy checking him or the switch. And Nuggets were good by – who was it? It was the Nuggets and the Mavericks were good double teaming him at the half, like, making him give it up. And then you just settled into regular defense. And that really hurt guys like Jaden McDaniels. So I do think if they had someone that could really get to other spots and get to the paint, looking to make plays, someone who really could attack and get into the guts of the defense, I think that would open up for all those guys. But Edwards, for some reason, just isn't that guy. A lot of times
they collectively have like a shooter's mindset.
Yeah, they do.
Where it's a lot of their guys spot up when they're like just a mindset of like not settling for that every time.
Yeah. It's
like Jaden McDaniels has gotten better. That's not the strength of his game. Randall is pretty good at spotting up. That's not the strength of his game. Like their bench guys sometimes are just spotting up and they're like beyond the fucking line. Like,
yeah,
okay, guys, let's take it easy. Can we just attack a little more? Can we cut? Maybe can we cut a little bit?
Right.
And this is like, I hate even thinking about their offense because Finch just immediately pisses me off. Because if you think about it, his tenure has been just living and dying by the offensive talent. Like they've not developed anything offensively. That's why I break my brain. Like Ant and Randall aren't developing any chemistry. Why? Because they don't run shit together. There's not even conversations about like playing good together. Gobert is still he's a 2020 threat one night, and then he's in everybody's fucking way the next game. And that to me, it's like you're just kind of watching your guys like just try shit offensively.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that's going to be their shortcoming in the playoffs again.
Yeah. I think it will be unless they do something to get a real high IQ ball handler, because it really is just Edwards just takes it and then they see what they can get off of whatever the defense does when Edwards takes it. And I've seen defenses just say, we're just going to play them straight up. Just do your best. And they struggle. That's what OKC does to them most of the time. It's like, all right, we're just going to check them straight up. Everybody else just play good D.
See, that's kind of the struggle is as the Wolves are so talented.
Yeah.
Most of the nights you're walking in, your starter's got a mismatch somewhere.
Yeah.
But when you get to the like, you're going to play the Spurs probably or OKC, assuming they're the two. Houston's going to be a good defensive team.
Yeah.
Like, they're just going to match up.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to execute. I don't know what that's going to look like.
Yep. Yep, they're the team that, to me, as far as winning a championship, they are the most in need of a trade, to me. And like I said, they've overpaid. Like Nas Reed makes a lot of money, dude. Like a lot of money. And I know he's sixth man of the year, perennial sixth man of the year candidate. He's versatile. He does all these things, but like
he's the guy. Like he's another example of he's like a good shooter. So I get why he's spotting up, but he's so much more impactful when he's attacking off the dribble.
Yeah, and exploiting the mismatch. He's a 6'10", like ball handling, like good ball handler, and he doesn't really
touch
attack
with either hand. Like he gets to the line like somewhat. But again, it's just everybody just settles off of Ant, who's kind of a lot of the time setting the tone to settle.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times if Jaden McDaniels is playing great, Ant is settling.
He handles the ball a lot to not be like a good passer. I shouldn't say good, but not be a prolific passer. Like most of the people in his usage range are averaging 8 assists.
Yeah. No, you're
He's
right.
like averaging maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6. And it's just tough to score like that.
Think about it.
We're talking about the K's, the Lucas, the Shays, the even Maxey to a lesser extent, like going down the line, like the Giddies, these guys who are really handling the ball as much as Ant does, they're getting high assist games. And Ant doesn't do that consistently. Also, Nas not being the in and out threat he was makes their offense weird because when you took Gobert out, he was the guy who used to be able to play in or play out. He'd play in and take Gobert's spot, but also be able to bring the ball up. And not having that, you are just kind of left with either we're playing 5 out or we're playing 4 out, 1 in. And the other team knows just by Gobert being in or out. Like Gobert comes out, okay, they're going to 5 out. And now everyone knows kind of what you're doing. And they have no variation with Nas out there. But that's kind of
maybe with all the doubts, in my opinion, OKC's still for now at 1.
Yeah.
I'd go out on a limb and say the Wolves right now are the second best team in the conference.
Over the Spurs?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
This is not a cold take, not an easy take, but I think a little bit more of a continuity factor, and just that starting lineup is packed.
It is.
And I've really I told you, Gobert's playing well. Like they're incorporating him a little more on both ends.
Yeah.
I think that makes him even more dangerous.
Finally passing it to him. That's all he's been asking for, for 3 years.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's good. I think that's it for today. I guess somebody will be traded by the time we talk again. By next week, somebody will be. I don't know who, but I have a feeling it's going to be a trade.
Yeah, I'm excited for these. What is it? Wild card weekend. What's this round called? Like divisional?
Yeah, what is this round called? The divisional round.
Okay.
Yeah, divisional round.
Yeah, divisional, and then it's conference championship the following week.
What's your favorite game in this round? It's 49ers, Seahawks, Rams, Bears, Texans, Patriots, Bills, Broncos.
Fuck, that's hard.
I'm going to go Texans, Patriots. Or Rams, Bears. Those two.
I got to be honest. I think the Niners and Seahawks.
Really?
Yeah.
The Seahawks are not exciting to me.
This is like Darnold is in at a crossroads moment.
He is.
If Darnold makes a Super Bowl run, which they're more than good enough to make.
Yeah.
Like it's really up to him to make it.
Mm-hmm.
He skyrockets in where he is as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, bro, right now I'm like, yeah, he's better than Justin Herbert, but a lot of scrubs wouldn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
Those scrubs, he's way fucking better than Justin Herbert. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And that to me, it's like a guy who's kind of overcome a pressure struggle, dealing with pressure. Like that's impressive to me.
Yeah, he is. It is.
And this is kind of his last game. Like, if he plays well here, moving forward, like even if he chokes or has a horrible game, it's not like the moment overwhelmed him. He just sucked.
Yeah.
That to me, so I think it's a big game for him to kind of prove himself.
That's fair to say. I like that. All right. Thank you for listening. As always, please subscribe, follow us on YouTube, and we'll talk to you guys next time.